Hey there, podcast lovers. Looking for a fresh take on the world? Tune into Nikki's World, where we dive into everything hitting the headlines and chat about just what's on our minds. No filters, just real talk. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee or unwinding after a long day, Nikki's World is your go-to for genuine commentary on the real world. Subscribe now if you want to hear the real deal on what's going on. Join the conversation on Nikki's World, where every episode feels like catching up with an old friend. Don't miss out.
What's up, y'all? Let's do this.
Oh, hi guys. Welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today we got to talk about the SPLC indictment, which is the Southern Poverty Law Center. Boy, Cash Patel dropped the bomb on them, and now they got indicted on, I believe, 11 counts, and oh my God. You thought the SPLC was attacking conservatives, find out they're funding the actual hate groups that are attacking everyone, and then now they're like, holy shit. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider donating a cup of coffee for me? Because for a price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I am on Ko-fi, guys. If you guys want to support, sponsor, donate, tip, and commission me for a modeling photo shoot. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review. Good, bad, and the ugly. Also, guys, I do have a bunch of affiliate links we got to go through. First off is Minds.com. Minds.com is a Connecticut-based social media platform. They are an awesome alternative to Facebook. So if you guys value your right to freedom of speech like I do, and you value your right to speak freely without fear of being blocked, suspended, or deplatformed by the people at the Southern Poverty Law Center, well then, head on over to Minds.com. Also, guys, I do have an awesome, and I mean the most awesome affiliate link with Burner. Burner is the less lethal self-defense company, guys. They make their top-of-the-line Burner SD, Burner LE, TCR, Mission 4, and their newest, guys, their compact launcher. So if you guys value your right to the Second Amendment and you guys want to defend yourself in a less lethal manner, well then, ladies and gentlemen, head on over to my friends at burner.com. And finally, guys, I have the most awesome, and I mean the most awesome affiliate link with North Shore Medical Supply. North Shore Medical Supply, they make their top of the line North Shore Megamax diaper, North Shore Supreme pull up, North Shore Supreme diaper, and their Eterna boosters, guys. So if you know somebody out there who needs to wear adult diapers, who needs to be put in adult diapers like I am, guys, well then, ladies and gentlemen, send them on over to my friends at North Shore Medical Supply, and they will make sure that they are diapered up and padded up as always. And before we get this show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, seriously, y'all, can you please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today? Oh, man. Wait, that was a mouthful, guys. That was truly a mouthful. And yes, guys, I am diapered up as always. I am in my North Shore Megamax diapers with my Eternal boosters and my onesies from Little Comforts, guys. So I'm diapered up, padded up. Let's get on with the show, shall we? So, as y'all know, yesterday the DOJ and Kash Patel's FBI dropped an indictment on the Southern Poverty Law Center. And I'm going to read you this quote from Kash Patel. They lied to their donors, vowing to dismantle violent extremist groups, and actually turned around and paid the leaders of these very extremist groups. So basically, it's like this. Kash Patel hit the Southern Poverty Law Center with 11 indictments. Okay? They hit them with indictments so much, guys, it is not even funny. All right? The Southern Poverty Law Center is like the left's favorite boogeyman when they want to go and attack anyone on the right, conservatives and Republicans, okay? And then they have this so-called hate map that they use to basically list anyone who doesn't espouse their leftist talking points and all that shit, all right? So it turns out the Southern Poverty Law Center is paying these actual hate groups to incite more hate, in turn, and solicit more donations from their donors. So it actually is like, how can you, it's like, these people have no fucking morals. The fact that they want to go after like anti-racist, anti-hate, but then these same people that are going after anti-racist, anti-hate, pay these people to keep this shit going so they can solicit more money from their donors. Yeah, Charlie Kirk, before he got assassinated, was put on the Southern Poverty Law Center's hate map, along with Turning Point USA, along with what? The Trump administration, Donald Trump, the Trump family, conservative figures like Ben Shapiro. Come on, Southern Poverty Law Center. Are you that fucking stupid that you're gonna say that you're gonna fight against like hatred in this country, but then pay the very same groups that are going after that are like inciting hatred? Like they paid their what? Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nations, National Socialist Party, Charlottesville organizations. In the 11 count indictment from the DOJ that the Southern Poverty Law Center paid these people to incite more hate, but then turn around and use it to generate more donations from their people. I go like this. The people who donated to the Southern Poverty Law Center right now, they're probably sweating bullets. They're probably wetting their diapers right now. They're probably like sweating like you like a death row inmate who's about to face execution. They're probably sweating right now because here's the thing. Kash Patel already has their emails, their bank transactions, and their donor lists. So right now, guys, right now, there are blue state Democrat progressive liberals right now who are sweating bullets, who are literally like wetting their diapers, so to speak, right now. They're scared shit because here's the thing: Kash Patel has their donor list, and if he starts dropping names in, say, discovery or in trial testimony, the people who have to work, who are shitting bricks right now, who are sweating bullets, are people in blue states like California, Colorado, Minnesota, Virginia, okay, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts. Those 7 blue states who are also big on the SPLC, using SPLC's like hate map to go after conservatives. Those people right now are probably sweating bullets. Those people right now are probably like scared shit out of their asses. Because I'm going to tell you like this. One thing that scares them right now is that Kash Patel's got the donor list. It's got the bank transactions and has even got the emails. So they're right now scared shit because I'll give you one example. California Governor Gavin Newsom, he wants to run for president, okay? But he's also a big mouthpiece for the SPLC. And his inner circle is also a big donor to the SPLC. So what do you think would happen if Kash Patel drops the names of donors who are connected to the SPLC? Much like Act Blue, where the people who donated unknowingly donated to groups who are basically destroying this country, who are basically funding other groups to attack conservatives and all that. I'm telling you right now, with the 11 count indictment from the SPLC, that is all going to be linked in the description below. I'm telling you right now, leftist groups like the ACLU, the Act Blue, or anything loosely affiliated with progressive, liberal, Democrat, they're now probably going over their books right now and trying to find out if any of their donors have donated to SPLC. Because if they did, and then connect the dots all together, I'm telling you right now, the shitstorm that's about to be coming to blue states is going to be nuclear. Okay? The second that Kash Patel and the FBI drop names in the trial testimony, okay? I'm telling you right now, those blue state politicians, whether at the state, county, local level, they are literally fucked. They are so fucked beyond fucked. Now, at the federal level, they could probably brush this off a little bit, but their reputation will be damaged at the federal level. Like, say, if you got someone running for congressman or senator, they could probably brush this off a little bit. But at the state level, okay, like your governor, your attorney general, your lieutenant governor, your legislators, okay, or your like county councilman or town councilman, they can't brush this off because the minute they find out, ladies and gentlemen, that your local politician donated to the SPLC to fund actual hate groups, it's like writing their obituary right then and there. It's like literally They're writing their obituary, and their political career and their political future is fucking over with. All right? That's why you see the left going after Kash Patel and claiming that, oh, he had a drunk tirade in this. Because you know why? Kash Patel just dropped the Moab on them. He dropped the biggest Moab, which is what? The 11 count indictment on the left's favorite group, which is the SPLC. Oh yeah. That's why the left is now scrambling. The left is now running for their life. They're literally, ladies and gentlemen, they are literally scrambling right now to find any donor that donated to the SPLC and trying to distance themselves, trying to say, we didn't know about this guy. This guy was just an average Joe Blow schmo. Didn't know he was donating to this organization, and we didn't know he was donating to us as well. But we all know Kash Patel and acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, they're going all in. It's like they say, they're gonna follow where the money goes. And wherever the money that the SPLC went to, I would not be surprised that if it turns out that the SPLC donated to leftist NGOs who were all for open borders, sanctuary cities, okay, who were for Andy and Brandy Tiefers, okay, not directly, but indirectly through their staffers at the SPLC. Maybe their staffers did it, but they're going to go through everything. That means they're going to go through everything like a fine tooth comb, ladies and gentlemen. They literally are. But I am going to tell you this, guys. What's scaring the Democrats right now is Kash Patel's got a list. He's got the list of everyone that donated to them, whether from the Hollywood liberal elites, okay, or to the progressive wealthy liberals that live in what? Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, or California. He's got their names. They're already sweating bullets. They're already right now phoning their lawyer. And if they're a blue state politician right now, they're probably phoning their campaign manager and saying like this: you're not going to sleep. You're going to do a background check on all my donors right now, because if they're connected to SPLC, we need to distance ourselves ASAP. Click. Because you know why? Once word gets out during trial, which I predict will happen in 2027, 2028, because knowing the federal government, once you're indicted, you have to appear in federal court for arraignment, okay? So you have to appear. So what'll happen is like this. During the discovery and during the trial testimony, that's when you're going to start seeing names of donors that donated to SPLC. And the people who donated, people who paid like what, $1,000 and up, them people are right now already sweating bullets. Them people right now are already going like this. Oh, we're screwed. It's like, oh, we are so fucked. Because what happens is the day Kash Patel or his FBI crew show up in federal court, swear in front of the judge, jury, prosecutor, and that they're about to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God, that they drop names right there, right in the courtroom, in the federal courtroom. The second he mumbles a donor's name, it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. It is fucking over. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if it's a blue state politician, a blue state governor, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say, let's go with Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom has ambitions to run for president, okay? So does Kamala Harris. Here's what would happen. It fucking turns out that one of their inner circle, okay, one of their members of Gavin Newsom's or Kamala Harris's inner circle, which means that really in circle, within arm's reach of them, okay, donates to SPLC. Even though Gavin Newsom didn't donate it directly, but because they're connected, because of their, we're going to use that Kevin Bacon 6 degrees of separation. Yeah, that 6 degrees of separation. I'm going to tell you what, Gavin Newsom's political career will come crashing and burning like never before. And if that list gets put out there in court, they are fucked. Gavin Newsom's presidential ambitions will come crashing and burning like no tomorrow. Even in his state, it'll be like sharks smelling blood. It'll be a bloodbath. And this is why I tell a lot of people now that this shit has come out, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well start getting the popcorn, the beer, the coffee, and basically a diaper, okay? Because you're going to be laughing so hard at the mess that the Democrats have created that it ain't even fucking funny, okay? And it's funny how the leftist groups like the SPLC try to say like, oh, we're doing this so we can fight the hate, we get our record. Yeah, you paying off what? The Ku Klux Klan to incite more hate, which in turn you're using that hatred to fund more donors. Yeah, that's fraud right there. That's literally fraud. And the one irony of all this? The IRS is involved in the investigation too. And here's the kicker. They're just waiting for the conviction of the SPLC. Once SPLC is convicted of all those 11 count indictments, it gives the IRS all the ammunition they need on a fucking silver platter to come in and say, well, your nonprofit status got revoked. Your 5013C got right under them. So quite literally, guys, the SPLC is done. It's finished. Okay? The SPLC is finito. Done. Kaput. They got no wiggle room. They got no standing. And if any blue state politician uses SPLC data to basically incite hatred against conservatives, Republicans, pro-lifers, or anyone they don't like, their political career is over. Their legal if they use the SPLC to justify creating like anti-hate laws for the less special interest groups, that should be dismissed with extreme prejudice. That law should be stricken down within a few fucking seconds. Because I'm telling you right now, the damage that the SPLC has caused is nuclear. And it's not a quick nuclear explosion. It's a forest fire that is massive. That is so massive that it ain't even fucking funny. It pretty much isn't, guys. It pretty much isn't. But I am going to tell you this, guys. The SPLC is finished. They're done. They're screwed. Okay, they're literally done at this point. Okay, the damage from this 11 count indictment, the left will the left will never use the SPLC ever again. But any politician connected to the SPLC, this gives ammunition to conservatives, Republicans, and independents to run campaigns against them. The SPLC indictment alone is scaring every leftist politician right now. And right now, this is an election season, okay? This is an election season. You have what? You have like senators, House of Representatives that are up for re-election, along with, let me see, you have what? You have like at the state level, you have people who are up for governors, attorney generals, lieutenant governors, legislators, all at the state level that are up for re-election right now. They're already scrambling, trying to find any donor that's connected to the SPLC and try to distance them from that. Because if word gets out that that one of their donors like donated to, I'll give you an example. Let's say Letitia James, the Attorney General in New York. Okay, let's say for example that she got campaign donation from Mr., Mrs., or Mix or whatever, John, Jane, whatever. All right, and turned out that this same person donated to the SPLC as well. What do you think the damage is going to be for Letitia James if she ever tries to run again for Attorney General of New York? Her fucking ass is screwed. Okay, her fucking ass is screwed. Her political career is over even before it even fucking started. All right, her political career is done. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, she'll probably be sweating bullets. And if it's a sitting governor in a blue state, like say Gavin Newsom, or what's the other one, Governor Ned Lamont in Connecticut, they're both screwed. They're both screwed, guys. That's why I tell people like this. They are literally screwed. The fact that like this, guys, the fact like this, that if any of these blue state politicians at the state level have anyone in their inner circle or their donor list that donated to Act Blue, the jig is up, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, the jig is up. They're fucked. They're fucked beyond fucked. They are so fucked that it ain't even fucking funny, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't. Because I'm telling you right now, the state's gonna be at a standstill for the next 10, 15 years. Okay? Because you know why? You're gonna have a lame duck governor, you're gonna have a lame duck politician, nothing's ever gonna get passed, state government's gonna be at a standstill, and people are gonna demand that they resign because they donated to the SPLC who funded hate groups. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is setting up to be an epic bomb for the left. This is like campaign material for conservatives and Republicans. And I guarantee you, once the list comes out and once Kash Patel drops names, I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, it is literally over for every Democrat out there. They are literally like shitting in their diapers right now because they know the minute Cash Patel drops names, it's fucking over for these people. Okay, it is literally over for them because the fact that they were funding a group to fight against hate, and then knowing that they were paying the actual hate groups to incite more hate so they can solicit more donations. Telling you, man, it is all over for them. And even on social media right now, on X, oh my God, it is a bloodbath. It is basically oh man, it is a bloodbath for these people. I'll give you one example, just on like Jack Posobiec on social media. He writes, you can tell liberals they funded the KKK themselves every time they donated to the SPLC. You could show them the clear, direct evidence, and they will never believe you. Yeah, because you know why? They live in delusional la la land. Who I think that we're funding the SPLC to fight hate in this country, but you're funding a group that is paying off the Ku Klux Klan to incite more hate, in turn making you donate more to the SPLC. How does that register their brain? Or if it even registers their brain, ladies and gentlemen, how does it, guys? Because I want to know, how does it fucking register their brain cell? Because for some reason it's probably not registering it. And they're still on this thing like, oh, we're fighting hate. Yeah, you're fighting hate, but you're funding the Ku Klux Klan, you dumb motherfucker. Yeah. Have you thought this through? Or have you thought where your money is going to? Obviously they didn't. And that's why they're that stupid and that delusional. So the people on the left, guys. So the people on the left, the Democrats, the liberals, and the Andys and Brandies of Tifa, do you, do you not realize that you were funding actual hate groups? That you were funding people that you thought that were gonna fight against like hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan, but turns out that you were funding these people. You were actually putting money towards these people. Have you guys thought of that over? Come on, have you thought this thing through? Because I'm gonna tell you this: you probably haven't. You probably never did, and you probably were like thinking like, oh, I'm funding to fight against hate in this country. I'm funding to fight hate. But then unknowingly that you didn't know that the SPLC was using the money that they took from you as donation, turned it and paid off like groups like the Ku Klux Klan to incite more hatred in this country. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if these people are dumb, stupid, or naive, but I'm probably going to say the latter of the two because they probably were dumb, stupid, and naive, and they probably didn't understand that. Yeah, they were funding hate groups. They were funding groups that they wanted to like overthrow and all this shit and shit and shit. It basically shakes my head. It basically shakes my head, guys. Yeah, it literally does. It basically makes me sit there and go, fuck, man, what the hell? What the hell, man? Yeah, literally, what the hell? But you know me, I'm just gonna be sitting there in my thick diaper onesie with my beer, coffee, and popcorn and watching the left try to throw each other under the bus over this. It's gonna be an epic shit show for the ages, guys. So as they say, guys, bring your beer, bring your popcorn, and if you wet yourself, bring your diaper because it's gonna be an epic show. Because I'm telling you, man, the left has no wiggle room left, guys. The left has none. And right now, guys, they're scrambling. They're scrambling at this point. And at this point right now, guys, the left is virtually finished. They're virtually done. They're like, they're screwed. They screwed themselves to no end. And at this point, I see no future for these guys. These guys These guys literally are done. These guys literally don't have a future left. Okay, they're probably right now like sweating bullets, like wetting their diapers, so to speak, and probably like pissing themselves, going, "Oh fuck, shit! Did we unknowingly fund a hate group?" Yeah, they're probably doing that right now, guys. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually what's going on, because I'm telling you right now, if they unknowingly funded hate, they're so fucked. They're so fucked that it ain't even fucking funny right now. They literally ain't, guys. They literally are fucked. Okay? But to me, guys, I look at it like this. I look at it like this, man. As a libertarian and a conservative, and this is ammunition for me, because I look at it like this. Any politician in the state of Connecticut that unknowingly funded the SPLC, y'all cooked. Y'all fucked. Y'all are cooked beyond cooked. Y'all are fucked beyond fucked, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that if I find out that any of my politicians in the state of Connecticut unknowingly funded the SPLC, I am going to run a campaign to support your opposing candidate. And I am going to run billboards and ads saying that you funded the SPLC. Your people are going to be so cooked that it ain't even funny, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't even funny. And the fact that you people funded this shit, yeah, tells me a whole lot about you people. It tells me a whole lot about you people, okay? Literally, guys. Literally. You guys did yourself in. You guys did yourself in. And to the liberals in the blue states, I know you're probably sweating bullets right now. I know you're sweating like a death row inmate, and probably wetting your diapers, going, "Oh fuck! Did any of these donors donate to the SPLC? If they did, we're fucking screwed. They probably won't even have a political career after this. They probably won't even be able to get on a common council for it, because their reputation that they took donations from people who donated to the SPLC. Yeah, they're cooked. Their political career is over, guys. Literally, guys, their political career is over. Just think of it like this, guys. They're done. They're finished. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is like this, guys. They wrote their obituary right there in plain English for everyone to see. They wrote their obituary, all right? So they're basically cooked, all right? So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now.
You just listened to an episode of Nikki's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.